All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Brooklyn Beats. This will be fielded at the 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now. Strip the ball. Delta. Strip that ball. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Go, go, go. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Let's go. Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
The throw right sideline here is complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
I smell fear in that offense. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Mike, check. Zoom, fellas, let's go. I know he ain't got it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking long for Thomas. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start, the confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one, the big shot right there.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cut. The mic. Right. The mic. Focus, defense, focus.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Come on, set. Pace, let's go. 54. Exit. Fox trot. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike jet.
2nd and 4. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let the quarterback hit you.
2nd and 1. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Rabbit. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54. Ready, go.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by St. Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Watch the twin.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. What's good on the extra point? 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate? Yeah. What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Here we
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, McFarland, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Orbit. Mike, yeah, 54. Mike, 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on third and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check 13. Cheetah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equinemius St. Brown, but it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Check 9, check 9. Chest. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On 3rd down, McFarland. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight end's right. Go. 4 down. 24 is the mic. Switch it.
Now Bridgewater. He completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss it.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Down. 50. Plant. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Recon, 132 fighter. Kill.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
That's trash. Mike's 59.
He'll look to throw.
Let's see what you got.
Being chased out left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Check.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Bridgewater now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. That one is caught by Hunt. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On first down, McFarland. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 23-yard run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Come on, fellas.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go. Set. Nice.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Let's go.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 13 yards out. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take
That's
over
it, baby.
first and
We
10
gonna work.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They try to throw. On second down, but this one is incomplete.
Eli Apple on the coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Here we go. 70 ending. 45. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Set.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Echo.
2nd and 2. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Wow. I'm here all day. Mike's 59.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
I can't believe they even let you play. I 7, let's go.
Back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
On 3rd down, McFarland. Oh, good move. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Check, 93's the mic, 93.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, McFarland, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss, fourth down now. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it.
Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo. Mike 54. It's just me and you. It's just let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Yes! 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want it. You don't want none of this. And go!
They'll set up a throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Brooklyn, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.